thank you. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. Now, here's Anunoby. Siakam outside. The feed to Ibaka. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Pocket 4. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Herter. They get it back, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Over to the left wing. Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. To the inside. Ibaka, the pass to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. Shot's good by Ibaka. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Here's Young, following the score by Serge Ibaka.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
The pass to Ibaka. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Here's Siakam. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
One shot.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've ever seen. He's a huge reason for the success of this Raptors team.
Greg, in 2 short years, this guy triples his output from the floor. He goes from a guy who was getting spot minutes, couldn't really get into the rotation, to an all-star. The transition game, his ability to use that speed, and then his approach, the work habits, both of those 2 things have been critical to his growth.
So it's the Hawks now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Young dishes to Capella. Back to Young. Kicks it out to Collins. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lowry feeling it out a bit. Van Vliet right side. Over Hunter. Van Vliet finds Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, let's remember, at his size, this is a very mobile 4. He can stretch the defense, and in this instance, just does some work in the pick and roll.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Anunoby in the corner. Back to Van Vliet. Lowry against Young. Ibaka, the pass to Van Vliet. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Shot's good from Young.
The first thing that jumps out at you about Young, that seemingly limitless shooting range and the spacing that affords for this offense.
Now, here's Lowry. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Van Vliet attacking. Siakam passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, the increased playmaking ability of Pascal Siakam on display. Pretty pass.
Young inside. Lowry covering. Capella with the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Toronto, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Siakam finds Lowry. To the wing right side. Back to Anunoby. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Jones comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Hutter. And it's Bembry in for Kevin Huerter. And Jones slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Outside for Lowry. Ibaka looking for an opening. That's good from Van Vliet on the assist from Ibaka. Van Vliet's got his second bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Serge Ibaka, he's been the guy making things. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts, reminiscing.
It was always a team, and I think we don't.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Bembry out there with Teague. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Jones. And it's Reddish in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Gasol kicks to Powell. Davis up top. Teague covering. Passes it to Powell. Lets the three fly. Hits the three-point bomb. Powell's got the lead up to 5 now for the Raptors.
Absolutely critical that Norman Powell expand his range. The more he makes that three, the more the floor opens up.
Now Reddish. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter.
And Doris, with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Now, here's Boucher. It's stolen by Capella. To the paint, here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Here's Boucher. Gasol kicks to Davis. And they double up Davis. Powell, no one around him. The offensive rebound. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. There's Hollis-Jefferson, and it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
Well, to me, this is what Hollis-Jefferson does very well. This guy, a phenomenal dunker with the ups he has.
Dedmon finds Teague. Another three for Atlanta.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Pass to Boucher. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Davis against Teague. There's the dish to Dedmon. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Now here's Reddish. Here's Fernando. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Fernando's got the game tied up here for Atlanta. Powell for three. Fernando pulls it in.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Reddish. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to Davis. Stolen by Collins. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Good D by Siakam. Left side Davis. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Off target at the rim.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. And the first few years of Trae Young's career have been fantastic. Hawks fans love them. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Without question, Serge Ibaka displaying his skills today.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Here's Young. He's got 7. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Anunoby. Toronto trailing. To the middle, and he slams it one-handed.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Young taking his time here. The 19-foot shot, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
VanVleet kicks to Siakam. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Siakam. Stolen by Collins. And there's the pass to Teague. He dishes it to Collins. Back to Young. From deep. Again, Young missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
Shoots from the line, and that one hits back iron.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Second shot opportunity. Fires the three. Again, Young missing.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Now, here's Anunoby. Guarded closely. Feeds it to Ibaka. Back to Anunoby. Collins with some nice D. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Collins. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for T. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. Powell, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. Lowry dishes to Powell. Lowry passes to Davis. He kicks it to Gasol. 5 to shoot. Fires it up. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, we know this. Few big men in the history of the game have passed the ball as well as Marc Gasol.
Young, no good. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his first foul. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Passes it to Boucher. Back to Hollis Jefferson. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Down low for the tie. Atlanta with the rebound. Young drives in, and he makes good on the layup. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Davis kicks to Gasol. Back to Davis. It's Powell on the wing. But Trey off target. Trey Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Raptors trail by 4. Hunter is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Bembry in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And he's able to get it back. Powell dishes to Gasol. Back to Powell. Ibaka right side. Left side Gasol. Kicks to Powell. Just 2 to shoot. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
Powell with it. Pass to Gasol. There's the 3. And Capella over to help. Back to Powell. Left side Ibaka. No good on the shot. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute play. Hunter, no one around him. It's good from long range. And now it's a 9-point Atlanta lead.
Really, really good possession there. They never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
And they're running. Here's Capella. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Trae Young subbed in for Benford. Lowry passes to Van Vliet, and there it is for him.
Wow, what an easy look Kyle Lowry creates for his teammates. One of the best setup men in the entire league.
Young from outside. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
To the paint, here's Siakam. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. No good with the triple. The Hawks leading by 9. Pass to Hunter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Got that one up quick. Young's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense can react.
Siakam's shot is off.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
The kick out to Young. The 3. The rebound by Ibaka.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Anunoby against Young. Anunoby, good.
Well, OG Anunoby is just continuing to add to his skill set. Nice finish on the interior.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Herter passes to Capella, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. .139 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The kick out to Young. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Capella against Van Vliet. Shoots from the right block. Rejected by Young.
And you can tell he wants to improve on the defensive end. Young, great to see him come up with the rejection.
The Hawks leading by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Hawks.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Van Vliet outside. To the inside, Ibaka. The layup missed. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
There's the call on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul. Here's Thomas. Looking to end the run. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A soaring CN Tower is seen from the waters of... We are nearly ready for the tip-off.
Well, Kevin,
David Aldridge, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. Now, here's Lowry. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
LeVert kicks to Durant. Fires top of the key. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
The amazing part about Durant's shot, he has a pretty compact release for a guy with such great length.
VanVleet against Dinwiddie. Now here's VanVleet. Tight defense on him. Now the pass to Siakam. Outside Lowry. KD against Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Toronto.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Passes it to LeVert. Inside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Anunoby against LeVert. And the shot will not go from Anunoby.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Stolen by VanVleet. Siakam.
Oh! Wow! I can't believe that one.
That was incredible.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Lowry to the right side. Just 4 to shoot. Toronto needs to get off a shot. VanVleet with the bucket.
With a second to spare, Fred proves it time and time again. The man is an absolute gamer.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why? He helped lead this team to their first title. Kyle Lowry's beloved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Prince, the pass to Dinwiddie. Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. The dish now to Prince. From 10 feet out, here's Jordan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol.
DeAndre is very skilled at going up into contact. Tough for the defense to be able to stop him without fouling.
Free throw good, Jordan. Chris Boucher's checked in for Pascal Siakam. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And it's intriguing. Early on, critics questioned DeAndre's commitment to the game. But boy, has he answered them back.
Now here's Prince. Out to Harris. Prince outside. Back to Harris. Three-pointer. but they'll get another chance. Pass to Luau. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
And so Gasol will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Davis. And he banks in the layup.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Nets trail by 3. Harris finds Jordan. Here's Luau. That one goes. Count it.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Now Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. It's hauled in by Harris.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter. Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Here's Powell. Down low, here's Gasol, and it's blocked by Jordan. With 1 on the clock, he's off on that one. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring. It remains close. Nets lead by 1. We'll take a quick... And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to fix.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luau, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Davis surveying the floor. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Luau, the pass to Prince. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. A new group in now for the Raptors. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. And then for Brooklyn, Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's LeVert in for Luau.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Durant wide open, he fires. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. KD's got his second bucket of the game to go. Boucher with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Knocks it loose and stolen by Harris. Here's Allen, and it's Allen with the jam.
Awesome job running the correct route there, and Allen just beating everyone to the right spot. Nice.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop, and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league. Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Anunoby against Durant. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And Toronto making a change here. Siakam's checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Dinwiddie's checked in for Harris. Lowry against Irving. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. Back to Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Ibaka's got the lead up to 3 now for Toronto.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Here's Dinwiddie. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Back to Lowry. From deep. And it's Durant with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And the pass to LeVert. To the inside. Allen. Good D by Siakam.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Lowry feeling it out a bit. Allen with the rebound.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And stolen by Siakam. To the middle. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
I love it. Excellent ball movement. Kyle Lowry knowing who to give it to and when.
Here's Allen. And the shot is long. Toronto leading by 3. Outside Lowry. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. No good from Durant. The Raptors have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Ibaka for 3. No good that time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Raptors out in front. They lead by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the first half. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead in the period. 3 points was as big as it got. And that'll do it for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Fred VanVleet really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And Lowry gets it to go. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. To the paint. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
You know, he's known as a lunch pail guy. Siakam showing the crowd a little extra that time.
Dinwiddie with it. Lowry picks him up. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. Another shot. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. VanVleet against Irving. For the 3. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Fred Van Vliet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. Now Anunoby. Stolen by LeVert. Dinwiddie against Van Vliet. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Allen.
And with Van Vliet, about half of his shots are from deep.
Yeah, you're right, GA. That's the #1 part of his offense, of his game right now. He can shoot it deep, but he also can drive it. He shoots a low field goal percentage from those shots because of the distance. But I love Fred Van Vliet. He knows how to play.
Passes it to Ibaka. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Now here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Jordan with it. Picked up by Davis. The shot by Jordan, no good. Raptors leading by 7. And stolen by Prince. Irving dishes to Harris. Here's Prince. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving can't get it to go. The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Powell, the pass to Davis. Back to Powell. He dishes it to Davis. For 3. The rebound by Luwawu. Nets trail by 7. Prince kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. To the middle. Here's Harris. Jordan dishes to Harris. Gasol against Prince. He feeds it to Irving, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
McCaw, he's checked in for Chris Boucher. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in. Foul for 3.
You got it. Come on.
But they get it back. There's Hollis Jefferson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Raptors.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Powell against Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Harris passes to Jordan. It's Prince on the wing. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they're winning. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Jordan. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, this is Jordan's mindset, trying to extend the play and convert that effort into points.
Powell against Harris. Outside, Davis. That one off the back iron and out.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Durant.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Terrence Davis. Durant against Siakam. For 3, VanVleet. The shot comes out. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. And Siakam has it in the corner. And again, Toronto no luck. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
And Siakam has it in the corner. VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Ibaka down low, defended by Allen. Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto. Nets trail by 7. Here's LeVert, and he goes in for the dunk.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
VanVleet looking around. Pass to Lowry. Now Ibaka, defended by Allen. To stop the drought. Ibaka finds Siakam. Ibaka goes in. And Ibaka slams it in.
And you see Serge, he's still somewhat mechanical on the drive, but it can be effective.
Goes back up. Allen, that's good.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
VanVleet passes to Siakam. Goes up on the wing. A rebound by the Nets. Allen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's KD. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
Lowry kicks to Anunoby. Lays it up and banks it in. Anunoby's got his first bucket in this one.
What a game. Tight score, pressure's on. Anunoby showing no fear.
Durant, the pass to Allen. Stolen by VanVleet. And here we go. Fast break. VanVleet's got it. Out to the wing. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Raptor lead.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Durant, he's open. And it falls over the rim and in.
I mean, no hesitation in the clutch. Scoring the ball is second nature to KD.
Inside. Lowry passes to Siakam. Back to Lowry. Takes the 3. And it's KD with the rebound. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball. And they're on the break. Feeds it to Ibaka. Shoots the 3, and there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Irving. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Ibaka kicks to Siakam. Van Vliet wide open. And again, no good by Toronto.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
To the wing on the left. The three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And so it's the Raptors winning this one. Some good competition with the hometown advantage and their ability to... All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Now... But traffic in New York City. And we've got...
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at center. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here is Irving. Allen kicks to Irving. Drops in the layup for 2.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Here's Young. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here is Irving. KD on the wing. He's guarded by Collins. Allen's shot is off.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Young inside, covered by Irving. And Young kicks to Hunter. Young against Irving. Clock at 6. Young, good.
Shifty guard Trae Young finds his ways into some of those cracks and crevices.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Dinwiddie finds Irving. It's LeVert on the wing. And stolen by Hunter. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
They're willing to get out and run. Trae Young will take those points however he can get to them.
Irving for 3. Will it go? And it's Durant missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
For Atlanta, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Hunter became a household name with winning a national championship when he was in college, and he wasted no time showing that he was going to be ready for NBA competition.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Good.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 11 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Durant. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Here's Young. Out to the right wing. Here's Herter. Dinwiddie covering. Shot clock at 5. Drills the 3-pointer. He's got 14.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Dinwiddie finds Allen. Young against Irving. He can't get that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Young with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Irving. Atlanta also making some changes here. Jones checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Teague, the pass to Jones. The kick out to Teague. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Karis LeVert. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Young's checked in for Reddish. Now here's Prince. Over to the wing. Here's Luwawu. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
The Hawks leading by 5. Young inside. Down low. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Young.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Jordan. Pass to Luwawu. And it's Prince penetrating. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Collins. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Young passes to Dedmon. He kicks to Hunter. Young with no one around. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Here's Jordan. And so it's Atlanta heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the 2nd round a few years ago.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Hunter. Then it's Young. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Teague in at the 1. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Here's Harris following the basket by Trae Young. Fires the 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Now here's Teague. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. So for the Nets, Allen's checked in for Luwawu, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Clint Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Young. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Teague.
Known for being a scorer, Huerter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
The pass to Fernando. To the inside. And it's Allen slamming it down.
At 6'11", Allen, a legitimate threat to finish through the rim, especially when given that kind of position.
Now, here's Dedmon. Pass to Bembry. Back to Dedmon. Got a piece of it. Reddish the pass to Fernando.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Harris, no good.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Outside Jordan. This is to Prince. Back to Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Bembry the pass to Fernando. Brooklyn with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Hawks with possession here. The Hawks leading by 10. Here's Herter. The rebound by Prince. Allen finds Harris. Irving passes to Jordan. Out to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen dishes to Irving. And that one, good. Irving's got 6.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
35 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Herter. Down low. Fernando, the pass to Herter. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, not settling for jump shots there as Herter gets his way on the drive.
Pulls up on the wing. And it's Irving missing. Now, here's Reddish. Guarded by Prince. Here's Bembry. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He ended up with 19 points and a... Thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. So that's the Nets 5.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker. No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Now, here is Young. 19 points in the game from deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Young's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. He certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
It's Allen, top of the key. Inside, Irving takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Irving's got 8 points.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
And he gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Irving. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Allen kicks to KD. Bembry with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 14. Young from outside. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Collins against Durant. Young from deep three-point range. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. The feed to Capella. Young outside, just 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a 3. Again, Young missing.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
That shot misses, and Atlanta will go the other way with it. And they pick up 2. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
LeVert against T, the 10-footer. And again, it's the Nets missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Young looking around. From deep, the long distance 3 is buried. Young's got 28.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
LeVert finds Jordan. Here's Luwawu. Back to Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got 8 points.
Well, the sheer size of DeAndre Jordan is such a big benefit. It makes him an effective finisher on the inside.
Young from outside, and that one released in time, but no good. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. A grand total of 28 points for him in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Jones, and it's Teague in at the 5. Now here is Harris. The Nets need to get a shot off here, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Hawks making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. The Hawks leading by 20. Now T. Out left to the wing. Here's Herter. Off target from the wing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's Prince on the wing. Dedmon defending. And Jones sends it back. And they're moving it up. Passes to Dedmon. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Now here's Teague. The pass to Capella. Over KD. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Capella kicks to T. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 18. To the middle. Here's Durant. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Irving against T. And Dinwiddie over to help. Back to Herter. He feeds it to T. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. That one goes in. Dinwiddie's got his first points in this one.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Teague against Dinwiddie. To the left side wing. Now, here's Hunter. LeVert defending. Teague can't hit. Nets trail by 18, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Hawks, John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Trae Young subbed in for Teague. That shot is off. Collins with some nice D. Atlanta's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Allen against Young. 1:24 left to play in the final quarter. Can't cash in from close range.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hawks.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all games. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Here's Fernando. Pass to Teague. Beyond the arc. The Hawks again can't hit. The Nets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Temple can't get it to go.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
To the paint. Pass to Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 on the clock. Teague the pass to Jones. Great D that time from Jordan. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And the shot goes in from Caruch.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Now here's Teague. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And let's go.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center. A nice shot by Young.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
And here's VanVleet from the arc. That one's not going to go. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
Here's Lowry. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Young's jumper stretches defense, which gives him more room to get by his man.
And Ibaka kicks to VanVleet. And finished off by Siakam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Anunoby passes to Lowry. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And a miss there on the triple. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And here's Young from the arc. Offensive rebound. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good. Young's got 6.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player of his age.
Now here's VanVleet. He's covered closely, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For the Hawks, Jones checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter, and it's Teagan for Trae Young. Outside Teague. And there's the feed to Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Well, what patient passing from Jeff Teague. He reads the angle perfectly off the screen and puts it in exactly the right space.
It's good.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
The Hawks leading by 4. And Teague, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Boy, Jeff Teague is so used to, at this point in his career, taking a pounding on the drive. This is one tough guard.
Free throw good, Teague. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV sound. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Back to Hollis Jefferson. Outside for Gasol. Powell against Young. Powell, that's good.
Well, we know this. Few big men in the history of the game have passed the ball as well as Marc Gasol.
Young inside. Powell on him. Shots good from Young.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. Over Davis. And Young with the basket on the assist by Jones. And that's 12 points for Trae Young.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Gasol finds Davis. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
Powell against Young. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. They get it again.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Davis. Now the pass to Boucher. To the inside. And it's Davis missing. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Toronto right now, we've got Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Norman Powell is out there with Terrence Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the 4. The Hawks leading by 10. Here's Bembry. Just 5 on the clock. And no good. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And a switch here also for Atlanta. John Collins, he's checked in for Bembry.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Herter. He's guarded by Anunoby. Herter passes to Dedmon. Back to Herter. From deep three-point range, Siakam pulls it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Right side Lowry. Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there, and the shot goes in. Ibaka's got his first bucket in this one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Fernando, the pass to Herter. That 3 off the mark. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Raptors. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. To the middle. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Ibaka.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
He gets that one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Anunoby. Out to the right wing. Left side Lowry. Here's Ibaka, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ibaka's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Outside Teague. And that one is off. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
And with Kyle Lowry, the assist numbers don't jump off the page at you, but he has fantastic vision, and his decision-making is also elite.
Greg, for me, what stands out about Kyle Lowry is his willingness to adjust his game based on what his team needs. There's been times in his career where he's been a go-to scorer, and his three-point shooting can be infectious to his team. That toughness on the drive really strikes you. But there's also been times where he takes a back seat to scoring and says, all right, time to get my guys involved. He can do either.
It's deflected. Here's Fernando. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Teague. Here's Herter. Offline with his three.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Back to Siakam. Pass to Anunoby. He feeds it to Ibaka. Outside Teague. Good on the shot. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Well, don't you love how Teague is able to maintain control? He absorbs the hit, finishes through the contact. I tell you, this guy is not shy.
Ibaka for 3. Fernando pulls it in.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Kicks it to Dedmon. Back to Herter. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. And that'll do it for the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, we saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points. Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bembry, and it's Capella in at the 5. Thomas dishes to Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Davis with it. He's picked up by Collins, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And the Hawks making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. And a deep 3 from Young. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got the first bucket of the third here for the Hawks.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Outside for Thomas. Powell, the pass to Thomas. Over Hunter. Thomas's shot is off.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Hunter dishes to Capella. And here's Young. 12 points for him. This one for 3. Kept alive.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And there's the pass to Davis. Boucher passes to Davis. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Hunter kicks to Young. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, is really paramount.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Young up top. He's guarded by Davis. Young dishes to Capella. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Davis against Young. Powell with it. He's got 7. Davis finds Boucher. Here's Thomas. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young outside, and it's good for 2. And it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating. And that unlocks so many other options for him.
And the whistle blows. He's fouled on a shot that misses, but not by much. 2 free throws nonetheless coming up for him.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And the Raptors with some changes. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in for Matt Thomas. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Clint Capella. John Collins comes in for Dwayne Dedman. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bentley.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Tipped away. Young with the steal. It's stolen by Davis. Powell for 3. And the Raptors miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Jones, no luck. The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. That free throw good from Hollis-Jefferson.
Well, I think what I like about Hollis-Jefferson is he can contribute just a little bit of everything. This guy's got a tremendous motor.
56 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Young outside. From deep. Toronto grabs the miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And that one is good.
Well, Marc Gasol will never back away when he's got that kind of interior position.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Young looking it over. Count the basket.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
Now here's Powell. He has 7. It's stolen by Jones. Down low. Here's Young. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 8-point lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Clock at 6. Teague for 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. Siakam, right side. outside for Lowry. Van Vliet outside. Lays it up and banks it in.
So important as a point guard in a pick-and-roll play to understand when it's your turn to score it. Fred Van Vliet does just that.
Here's Bembry, covered by Van Vliet. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Damian Jones. And Collins subbed in for Labissiere. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Back to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Van Vliet, right side. Hits it from three-point range. Van Vliet's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Bembry, covered by Van Vliet. Kicks it out to Collins. Capella, the pass to Collins. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Hawks making a switch here. Young's checked in. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And that one, good. Young's got 21.
Right there, you love what Young gives you. A great facilitator in transition, and he's also a terrific finisher.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The throw good, Siakam. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Siakam hits them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Van Vliet against Young. Bucket is good. 23 points in the game.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Van Vliet against Young. Anunoby kicks to Siakam. Back to Anunoby. It's stolen by Reddish. Anunoby against Capella. Back to Teague. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Teague. Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Ibaka. And Ibaka is right there.
How about the experience that Ibaka brings? He's able to be comfortable in any situation.
Young with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. A steal. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. Van Vliet outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Now just a 1-point Atlanta lead.
Well, Siakam in the clutch. What a delivery.
Here's Huerter. Now recovering. And here's Young from the arc. But they recover it. Dedmon finds Young. Gets the three to fall.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Siakam passes to Ibaka. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. That one falls.
Well, Fred Van Vliet does this consistently. Big time moment. He's ready to meet it, guys.
Now Young. Shot from free throw range. Siakam pulls it in. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play. What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
Young up top. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. That was a fun night of it. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matches. Welcome to 2K Sports for a D8.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard.
All right, David, thank you. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And looking at the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. No good that time. Great D that time from VanVleet.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
4 on the clock. And it's Durant missing.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
VanVleet against Dinwiddie. Pass to Lowry. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Durant, offensive rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. VanVleet outside. Pass to Ibaka. He gets it in there.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All VanVleet does is make winning plays.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. To the paint. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lowry with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Anunoby has the open look. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by VanVleet. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want. And Pascal Siakam can absolutely score in bunches. Put up 25 in a quarter last season, and when he gets going, look out.
GA, when Pascal Siakam is on, it seems like he's involved in every play. Must stay consistent. But you know what? He's a special player who can carry a team to win on any given night.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Clock is at 3. LeVert inside the line. Allen kicks to Durant. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. To the inside. And Allen slams it in.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Ibaka finds Lowry. Back to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
KD dishes to Allen. Out to KD. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's VanVleet. 1:25 left to play here in the first. Back to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Here's Siakam. Excellent D there from Allen.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And KD is right there.
Big effort there by Durant. A factor on the offensive boards when that's his focus.
Down low, here's Lowry. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Irving. KD with it. Now guarded by Siakam. KD passes to Dinwiddie. Back to KD. Up again. And staying with the play, Allen. Allen's got 8 points.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
And the pass to Lowry. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. Passes it to LeVert. Left side, Irving. He kicks to Durant. Good D by Siakam. Jared Allen has been on display for Brooklyn. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Back to the action after this word. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Luwawu. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Davis surveying the floor. The feed to Gasol. And stolen by Prince.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Here's Davis. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Now, here's Boucher. No good on his first attempt of the game. Here's Luwawu. Kicks it to Irving. Shoots over Powell. Irving misses.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
It's Powell on the wing. Guarded by Prince. Powell, that's good.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Irving finds Prince. Back to Irving. Right side, Jordan. To the paint. Irving with it. Picked up by Davis. 2 points. That one goes.
Wow, one of the craftiest ball handlers in the league. Kyrie on a tear.
Raptors trail by 5. And they double up Davis to the wing right side. Powell inside. He's covered by Irving. Wing shot on the way. The shot by Powell, no good. Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Pass to Prince. Here's Luwawu. Here's Harris, defended by Gasol. Harris looking it over. Traps in the tray. Harris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here's Gasol, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Karis LeVert comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Then for the Raptors, Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Terrence Davis. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Brooklyn making some changes. Allen's checked in for Jordan, and Durant subbed in for Prince. Then for the Raptors, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Powell. Got that bucket in no time at all. VanVleet's got 6 points.
You have to respect Fred's range. If not, he'll make you pay.
Allen kicks to LeVert. Back to Allen. Fires from the wing. Tries again. The shot off that time. Some solid defense from Ibaka. VanVleet finds Anunoby, and the shot goes in from Siakam.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Siakam against Durant. Back to Dinwiddie. Down low. 6 to shoot. Here's Durant. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, so far, this cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And the Nets with possession here. Harris passes to LeVert. Here now is Dinwiddie. Durant in the corner. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Nets lead by 3.
What I love about Durant, doesn't force anything. Everything comes naturally and under control.
And Lowry gets it to go.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. It was Jared Allen who got hot in the first. He had 8 points and 9 rebounds. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And a wide open look for Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. Allen finds Irving. Baseline try. The shot will not fall. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Ibaka against Durant. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Siakam. Back to Anunoby. Basket good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's KD. And some very quick points for him on that possession. KD's got 6 points.
One of the most lethal scorers in NBA history. Hard to imagine KD won't be in the top 5 when it's all said and done.
Now here is Lowry. LeVert grabs the miss.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
LeVert controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. LeVert's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Kicks it out to Van Vliet. To the left wing. Launches it. He can't hit that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Irving passes to LeVert. There's the dish to Allen. To the inside. The kick out to Irving. Now the Raptors moving it up. Lowry leading the charge. And Siakam throws it down.
I love it. Excellent ball movement. Kyle Lowry knowing who to give it to and when.
Irving. And the shot goes down. He's got 6.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Irving against Lowry. Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to Lowry. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Just 5 to shoot. Siakam passes to Ibaka.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Allen in the post. Siakam's there. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Raptors with the lead.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
Van Vliet wide open. Offensive rebound. And Ibaka slams it in.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The shot's good from Irving.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
Here's Lowry. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Shot's good by Ibaka.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from Dinwiddie. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Inside, Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through as Serge himself at the rim.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Siakam outside. Looks for Lowry, gets it to him. The pass to Anunoby. From deep three-point range, missed. Serge Ibaka, he's been the guy making things happen for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 1. So that's the Nets 5.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. It's Davis with the drive. Down low. Pass to Powell. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And the shot is good.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Shots good by Boucher. Boucher's got 4 points this quarter.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Dinwiddie. Dishes it to Jordan. And he can't bank that one in. The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Boucher finds Gasol, and the basket is good. Now it's a 4-point Toronto lead.
Well, you wonder why we're seeing so many points tonight. Just look at the D.
And late in the game here, it's just as important to get stops. We'll see if either side is up to the task.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First one falls for him. So for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Luwawu. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Now here's Powell. Davis, the pass to Siakam. Gasol kicks to Siakam. Pass to Powell. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. And the Raptors making a change here. Lowry's checked in. Powell, the pass to Siakam. 11 feet away. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. OG Anunoby's checked in for Powell. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Irving kicks to Harris. Nets passing it around. KD, that's for 2. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
Went to the fadeaway. Didn't need to, though. Probably cost him some points.
Anunoby, good.
What a game. Tight score, pressure's on. Anunoby showing no fear.
Nets trail by 4. Irving passes to Durant. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The confidence of Kevin Durant on display, especially when the game tightens up.
Siakam kicks to Lowry. Davis dishes to Gasol. Over to the left wing. Kicks it out to Siakam. Clock at 4. They get it back. It doesn't go for him. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
Here's Davis. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. To now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Pulls from the top of the key. That one a little long. Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Siakam, that's good. Siakam's got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
Stepping up in a big way, Siakam proving he's got guts to deliver in the clutch.
And then Durant with the jam.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Now here is Ibaka. Money!
What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch.
KD against Siakam.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Pass to Ibaka. Now Anunoby. For 3, Siakam. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And now a 7-point Raptor lead.
A sound decision maker. Siakam knew exactly how much time he had for the catch and shoot.
It drops.
And boy, you have to be impressed with LeVert's composure in the clutch. That kind of confidence will take you a long way.
Siakam against LeVert. Here's Anunoby. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And so it's Toronto winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at...
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. A view of the Atlanta skyline. And with...
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here is Young, and it's in there.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Now, here is Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
How about Trae Young? Even when he's bodied up there, finds a way to collect more points.
Here's KD, and it's in off the backboard.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
They grab their own miss. Allen, that's good.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
Here's Herter. Young outside. Over Irving. Trae Young again. Young's got 8 points.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Young with the steal. Pass to Collins. The kick out to Young. Lets it go from 11, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Durant, the pass to Allen. To the middle. Here's Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. The difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Atlanta making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. DeAndre Bembry comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teagan for Young. Then for the Nets, Prince is checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Off target from outside. The Hawks leading by 5. They push it up 4 on 3. And Jones slams it home.
Sometimes Reddish might defer too often, and maybe sometimes that's true. But also give him credit for being unselfish.
Jordan high post. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
And Cam Reddish, the 10th pick back in 2019 out of Duke, had a tough transition as a rookie into the NBA. Struggled just to find his rhythm.
GA, I think there are a lot of questions because at Duke, he was surrounded by stars. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and he was sort of that third guy. He has all the physical tools, and he made some big-time strides in the latter half of last season, so he's coming.
Here's Jones following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Jones in the post, and he lays it straight in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Irving against T. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Leading by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bembry the pass to Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Here's Dedmon. Count it. Good. Dedmon's got his second basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Irving. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the shooting guard. Atlanta making some changes. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Bembry. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in to the paint. Here's Fernando. And he banks in the layup. Fernando's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
So for the Nets, Kevin Durant comes in for Jordan. And it's LeVert in for Prince. The Hawks leading by 7. Teague the pass to Hunter. Here's Fernando. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on. That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Young finds Teague. In the corner, it's Hunter. 5 to shoot. Here's Young. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Young's got 12 in the game.
Using a quick, compact release, Trae Young, very difficult to guard. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their number 1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
KD passes to Dinwiddie. Pulls up for 3. Allen with the rebound. Nets trail by 10. Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to Harris. It's Allen on the wing. A 3-ball. Allen. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Atlanta leading by 8. Young inside. LeVert defending. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. John Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for T. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Joe Harris. Young from outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Durant feeling it out a bit. To the inside, Dinwiddie. It's good.
Oh, how about the vision from KD? Fantastic at moving the ball and then working it to his teammates.
Atlanta making some changes. Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bembry in for Trae Young. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Wow. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Here's Bembry. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Jared Allen.
And I would not be surprised to see them double him up here.
The Hawks making a switch here. Graham's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Durant. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Dinwiddie. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Kyrie Irving.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Here's Bembry. 5 points in the game. Back to Huerter. The Hawks working the ball around. It's good from long range.
John Collins continuing to show that he's willing to work on that 3-point range.
It's tipped. Irving passes to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Huerter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Luwawu. Here's Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
You really got to hit Allen if you want to stop him. Just so long and strong from there.
Here's Bembry. 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. In the corner, Collins with it. To the right side. 5 on the clock. Capella, the pass to Bembry. Here's Irving. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points, 2. Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Hawks. Young and Huerter make up the back. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Graham in at the small forward position. Young's shot is good.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Nets trail by 7.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Kevin Huerter's favorite player growing up was Dwayne Wade, and that's why he wears the number 3.
And the Hawks making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. Now here's Durant. And a minute played as the second half gets going. 18 feet out. It's not going to go for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Huerter passes to Graham and finished off by Graham.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Huerter finds an open teammate.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Allen dishes to Irving. It's stolen by Capella. There's the pass to Huerter. Rebound, Brooklyn. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. 9-point game. Dinwiddie finds Allen. To the paint. And Dinwiddie with the basket on the assist by Irving. Dinwiddie's got 7 points in the game.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Graham, the pass to Huerter. Now, here is Young. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 17.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And Durant gets it to go.
Well, that's a smart shot by KD. Sizes up the D and then just cashes in.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Young with no one around. And the 3 off target. Nets trail by 8. Passes it to Allen. Durant down low. Back to Allen. And Allen slams it in.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
It's stolen by Allen. Outside Irving. Pass to LeVert. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Gets a hand on it and staying with the play, Irving.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Right wing. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the third. Young finds Graham. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Atlanta. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Joe Harris comes in for Irving. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
To the middle and stolen by Jordan. Here's Harris. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Young, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Drawing the foul down low, Trae Young earning that trip to the line.
The Hawks haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. pretty reliable in that regard.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Karis LeVert. Now here's Prince. No points in the game yet for him. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Graham kicks to Young. Atlanta again missing. And the Nets with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. Harris dishes to Jordan. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's Atlanta leading by just 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So for Brooklyn now, on the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Jordan is out there with Durant, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Great hands by Trae Young, and his passing abilities sparked the fast break.
Harris kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's Durant. Collins grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 7. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Durant, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Jordan the pass to Prince over Collins, and Jones sends it back. Here's Young, and again it's Atlanta. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one.
Wow!
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Atlanta.
Pass to Reddish. Back to Young from deep. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. DeAndre Bembry comes in for DeAndre Hunter, and it's Teague in for Trae Young. And the Nets also making a change. Irving's checked in. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And the wide open shot from Reddish. A 3-pointer, no good.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Interesting with Taurean Prince kind of coming along at the right time as the league is searching out physical, tough wing defenders that have the capability of shooting the 3 ball, the prototypical 3-and-3 man.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Nets trail by 12. Dinwiddie right side. Here's Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The first free throw is good. Trae Young, he's checked in for Teague. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Young against Irving. Young passes to Collins. Now Young. Shot clock at 6. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
Young against Durant. Young looking it over. 13 feet away. A second chance effort. Capella kicks to Young. And here's Reddish. But they'll get another chance. It's Young on the wing. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Atlanta.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Now the pass to Herter. He dishes it to Collins. Capella, the pass to Collins. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Passes it to Herter, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Johnson with it. Temple, the pass to Johnson.
Well, Johnson is so quick, especially that first step, so constantly tries to put the defense in a tough spot to guard him.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Johnson. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...